Payroll outsourcing companies handle payroll processing, tax filings, compliance, and employee payments on behalf of businesses. But the right provider depends entirely on what kind of workforce you're actually running. If you have traditional W-2 employees, one set of vendors makes sense. If you're managing a contingent workforce, contractors, temps, and project-based hires, you may need something very different. That's the part a lot of best payroll companies lists miss. In this guide, we'll break down the best payroll outsourcing companies in 2026 and explain which type of provider fits which type of business. First, here's the big picture. The payroll outsourcing market really breaks into 4 categories. You have small business payroll software like Gusto, full-service payroll providers like ADP and Paychex, PEOs like Justworks and TriNet, and employer of record or contractor payrolling specialists like Deel, Remote, and Core 1. Those categories are not interchangeable, and that's where a lot of buyers get confused. Let's start with Core 1. Every provider on this list mostly serves companies running traditional payroll for their own employee base. Core 1 solves a different problem. If you've already identified a contractor through your own network, maybe a freelance developer, a project engineer, or a temporary specialist, you still need a compliant way to pay that person if the engagement should be on W-2. That means payroll processing, tax withholding, workers' comp, benefits eligibility, onboarding documentation, and employment compliance. That's where contractor payrolling comes in. Core 1 acts as the W-2 employer of record for contingent workers you've already found. You direct the work. We handle the payroll infrastructure and compliance side. This is especially relevant in industries like tech, engineering, healthcare, and finance, where companies often rely on project-based talent, but still need to stay compliant with worker classification rules. If you're trying to avoid the risks of misclassifying someone as a 1099 contractor when they should really be on W-2, contractor payrolling is often the cleaner path. Now, for companies running more traditional employee payroll, ADP remains one of the strongest enterprise options. They've been in payroll for decades, and their strength is scale. Multi-state payroll, complex compliance, garnishments, HR add-ons, international reach, ADP is built for that. The trade-off is price, implementation time, and a heavier service model. Paychex competes closely with ADP, especially in the small to mid-sized business segment, and their biggest advantage is that they tend to offer more accessible human support. But if you want a dedicated payroll specialist you can actually talk to, Paychex is often a strong option. Gusto is still one of the best pure payroll software choices for smaller businesses with straightforward needs. The user experience is excellent, setup is fast, and it works well for startups or companies with simple W-2 payroll. But once the workforce becomes more complex, Gusto can start to feel limited. Rippling is a little different. It's not just payroll. It's a broader workforce platform. Payroll sits alongside HR, benefits, device management, app provisioning, and onboarding. That makes it a strong fit for tech-forward companies that want one system tying everything together. For international hiring, Deel and Remote are 2 of the biggest names. Deel became the default choice for many distributed teams because it makes it relatively easy to hire employees or manage contractors in a large number of countries. Remote competes in the same lane, but stands out for pricing transparency and its owned entity model in many markets. Then you have PEOs like Justworks and TriNet. A PEO is different from a payroll processor because it operates in a co-employment model. That means the PEO helps provide access to benefits, HR infrastructure, and compliance support in addition to payroll. Justworks is often attractive for smaller businesses that want stronger employee benefits without building everything internally. TriNet is especially known for industry specialization, including tech, life sciences, and financial services. So how do you choose? Start with your workforce type. If you're paying straightforward W-2 employees, look at platforms like Gusto, ADP, or Paychex. If your main problem is benefits access, look at a PEO like Justworks or TriNet. If you're hiring globally, look at Deel or Remote. And if you've already sourced contractors and need a compliant W-2 payrolling solution without adding those workers to your own headcount structure, that's where Core 1 fits. The bottom line is simple. Most payroll outsourcing companies are built for traditional payroll, but not every workforce is traditional. And if your team includes contingent workers, project hires, or specialized contractors, choosing the wrong payroll model can create unnecessary compliance risk, cost, and administrative friction. In 2026, match the vendor to the model first. Need help with contractor payrolling? Contact Core 1.